Alright guys, so these are the top 5 mistakes that you're very likely going to make while leveling up in Cataclysm Classic. If you make these mistakes, you will run into a lot of problems when you hit max level, and probably never forgive yourself for how much time you have wasted. One of the most irritating things in Cataclysm is the item level requirement to enter heroic dungeons, because it's 329. The higher level normal dungeons give free gear, so this means you'll basically have to get near enough a full set of free gear to enter. But there's only a select few dungeons that you can actually get this kind of gear from, and many classes will have to farm these bosses over and over again, which can be very time consuming and frustrating. But there is a way around this. You see, there's many group quests in the Twilight Highlands that provide free gear to help you get that much needed average item level boost. Because ideally you want to be stepping into heroic dungeons straight away when you get level 85. As this will save the most amount of time, I'd recommend a mixture of leveling in Twilight Highlands and grinding dungeons. Just look at the group quest up on Wowhead and obviously the dungeon journal to see which bosses are going to drop that gear for your spec. And just make a plan on what you're going to work towards. I will leave some links in the description to help you here. You know, one thing that's likely going to prevent you from getting enough item level will be your trinkets, as it's obviously a slot with limited options. So do the quests Night Terrors and Once More Into the Fire. Again, they're in the description. These are 2 free 18 item level trinkets. Your trinkets from Wrath might even prevent you from getting into normal mode Grimbertoll, Lost City and Halls, so get this sorted. The fastest solo leveling route is provided by the Restic Speed add-on. This is an add-on made by world record holding speedrunners. It tells you exactly what to do step by step, and it has a quest mob button to find mobs even easier and a quest item button so you don't have to go into your bags. The download link is in the description. Another mistake will be not doing every single dungeon once for the quests, mainly Lost City, Grimbertoll and Halls of Origination, because they're guaranteed to give free item level gear, but you should do the other ones also so that you can get into normal mode versions obviously of those dungeons. If the launch works like it did in original Cataclysm, then you'll actually have to do the introduction quests to these zones to unlock them, and then get to these dungeons in the game, discover the entrance itself before you can queue for that in the dungeon finder. Personally, I think it's worth doing because gaining XP and getting your best in slot gear for heroics at the same time is more efficient. Because otherwise, you're going to get to level 85 and have like, you know, thumb up your backside, oh, I can't even queue for a heroic dungeon. Now, doing the Crucible of Carnage while leveling could be a mistake. This is the new Ring of Blood arena quest chain, by the way. But this is player dependent. You see, if you don't really care about gold from these quests, then, you know, you can do it while leveling. You're going to get 550k XP and 150 gold. But I think it's important to note that if you do this at level 85, you will instead get 450 gold. And to be honest guys, on launch, these quests are always a complete nightmare. Since there's so many people always attempting to do the quest all at once, you'll have to wait a long time, you're very likely to get out of sync with your group because of some mistake that somebody makes, and then you have to start all over again and, you know, find a new group. In my experience, trust me, I've got a lot of years of experience with launches, doing these on launch is always a waste of time. You normally end up wasting time more than you actually save because you just could have stuck in a dungeon and carried on grinding or carried on questing. But you definitely do want to return to do these quests because they will give free item level weapons, and that could be essential to unlock heroics. Guys, you've got to resist the urge to vendor stuff, okay? It's going to take 20ish hours of time played to level up to 85. You're probably wasting thousands of gold vendoring your loot. Anything that is white quality or above, get it sent to a bankhole every time you return to a town and make it a habit. Even green gear pieces. I think this is the biggest one for many people because it's so tempting to just get that instant vendor value. But trust me, if you stick on the auction house, you'll very likely get double if not triple the vendor value. Be smart guys, because any gold you're not making while leveling up, you're just going to have to make that, you know, make up for it later when you're level 85 because you're going to have to afford your raiding consumes. And the last mistake, honestly it's probably one of the most important, is open world leveling level 80 to 82. Okay, hear me out on this one. There's a number of reasons why I would recommend against doing this on launch. If you're watching this a couple of weeks after the video's been released or after the launch, then yeah, no problem, you know, knock yourself out. But for the first few days of Cataclysm launch, the first 2 zones are going to be pretty unplayable. The first problem is nobody likes the shirt. So most people are going to go to Hyjal, but both factions are squashed into this very little questing hub. It's even worse than the TBC launch. And the problem with Vashur is that there's this scripted cinematic event that introduces you to the zone, so there's a lot that can go wrong there. The Wrath Classic launch was terrible. The boats lagged out, and there's not even an event involved with those boats. Eventually they had to add an NPC to teleport people there, and judging by how shocking the pre-patch is and the beta has been for bugs and server crashes, I don't personally have a lot of faith in Blizzard being able to make this a smooth launch. It's very obvious they're not devoting as much resources as a Cataclysm Classic needs. I mean guys, don't get me wrong, I would love to be proven wrong, but a betting man wouldn't take that risk. Just do a bit of Blackrock Caverns guys until level 82 and then go deep on. I've actually made a new and improved pre-quest route so that you can chill in Northrend, getting a truckload of XP, 1.1 million XP to be precise, while you wait for the Zerg to die down. Just subscribe to my channel, go to my subscriber only video and check it out in the description. But anyway guys, before you head off, do me a solid, check out my second channel and subscribe to that, where I do non-WoW related videos. But anyway, my name is Matt Goblin, to my next video. Ciao.